What's in a name? It's legacy, it's history, it's respect. And this season, names become legend. This is passion, this is power, this is our culture. This is Newcastle, Bristol, Caledonia, Sheffield, Plymouth, London, Manchester, Surrey, Cheshire, Leicester. This is basketball. So know our passion, our power, our culture, know our name.
Welcome to a new era of British basketball, and the London Lions, playing out of Stratford's Copper Box Arena, are here to break it down for you. So let's get to it. Each team can only have 5 players on the court at any one time, but can sub players on and off throughout the game. Players can score 2 points by attempting a shot from within the 3-point line, or go for 3 points by shooting outside the 3-point line. Free throws are worth 1 point each, and these are shot from the free throw line. Each basketball game is made up of 4 10-minute quarters and can never end in a draw. If the teams are equal on point at the final buzzer, the game goes into overtime. Any foul or violation of the rules, possession of the ball turns over to the opposing team. The attacking team have 24 seconds to take a shot attempt. Otherwise, a shot clock violation will occur. Also, once the offensive team crosses the center court line, they cannot move back across the center line, or doing so will be a backcourt violation. To move the ball around the court, players can pass or dribble, and if a player stops dribbling, they cannot start up again. Doing so would result in a double dribble violation. Traveling is another violation that results in a turnover of possession. This happens when players move with the ball but without dribbling. The only exceptions to this are pivoting with the ball upon possession, or taking 2 steps after dribbling to either pass, shoot, or come to a stop. Now lace up your sneakers, take to the court, or come join us in the crowd. We are the London Lions, and welcome to a new era of British basketball.
Well, good evening, Barstool fans, and welcome here to the Copper Box for tonight's BBL fixture. And not only any fixture, the Classico of the BBL. 2 giants, London Lions, winning the BBL league already. They take on their rivals, Leicester Riders. Well, hi everybody, I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside the great Queen Azania. Queen, welcome back. It's been a while.
I love it. Thanks for calling me a queen.
Well, big game tonight, of course. I mean, we're talking about the powerhouse of the BBL, matching up, nothing to play for, but it's always a good rivalry.
Yeah, huge rivalry. It is a 4-game series. London Lions do run it at 3-0, but I spoke to them and they're just feeling good and confident, and that's what you want going into a game like this.
Well, Leicester Riders have dominated the BBL for many seasons. Lions coming in with a new team this year, showing that they are the best team in the BBL. Now, I take it you met with Coach Rob Paternoster earlier on.
Yeah, I spoke to Rob and he said we need to make shots. I know that's obvious, but if you can make the easy ones around the basket, get some threes, and just get a momentum and feel, feel good going into the game. And like you said, it's not worth anything, but to get a good game and a good win on the road. Riders are on a bit of a winning streak, winning Plymouth back-to-back and Bristol, so they're feeling good.
Well, let's go meet with Rob Paternoster now to get his thoughts on this big matchup here at the Copper Box.
Head coach of the Riders, Coach Rob, you're on a nice little winning streak, 2 wins against Plymouth back-to-back and then Bristol. What is working well for you guys at the moment?
Ball movement. I think our ball movement has been excellent. I think we're taking care of the ball, and we're shooting at a high percentage from the 2 to 3 and free throw line. We really had a good offensive performance over the last 3 games.
You are 0-3 versus the Lions. This is the 4th and final time you're playing regular season. What is going to be the key matchup for you guys tonight?
I think for us it's important to make shots. They play great defense. I think when you look at their defense, it's the best in the league statistically, and even with the eye test, they got some guys that really defend. But when we get our opportunities, we got to make them. We're going to have to make some threes. We've struggled from the 3-point line against them, and do everything we can to keep them out of transition. When they get into transition, they're really tough to stop.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Leicester Riders, arguably one of the greatest franchises in the history of British basketball, but not such a good season for them so far. The fans, a great fan base, but not a lot to cheer about.
Yeah, well, the fans are in the building tonight. I've seen them come in, so they have definitely travelled. But I feel like the Riders are going to lean on Jackson and Whelan. I think they're the engine for this team. They've been playing very, very well and leading all scorers.
Well, Leicester fans, you mentioned being here, they're going to make a big, big atmosphere. I mean, they're very passionate fans, but a win tonight for them will mean more than just a regular win here in the BBL.
Yeah, I think anytime you can win, and, you know, Coach Schmidt talked about it's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row, but also the fans, it's a sold-out game. It's going to be a fantastic feeling in the arena tonight.
Well, let's go meet with Ryan Schmidt, the head coach of the London Lions. Can he go 4-0 here in the Classico of the BBL against the Leicester Riders?
Coach, after the madness of March, your team is pretty banged up. Who will you look to lead for you tonight?
Anybody really. I think obviously it's been a rough go, last few weeks. Kind of down to really 8 or 9 guys, trying to stay healthy. The game's gonna come hot and heavy, but listen, I think we've had a lot of success this year because of the depth that we've had. And I don't expect anything less from us tonight. It's been contributions that are kind of across the board. Now again, when we have a shortened rotation, you need pretty much all those guys that are playing to play well. I think we've had some games where certain guys haven't played well. We've been able to kind of go to the next guy. You don't have that luxury anymore. So I think we had a good week of preparation. Obviously didn't have a midweek game this week for the first time in a while. So hopefully we'll see if that helps.
And Jonathan Comagoon, how is he doing and how's his spirits after his recent injury?
Yeah, I mean, really, really tough to see. Obviously, he, has been become a very integral part of what we've been doing, especially the second half of the year. And anytime you lose someone to an injury, season-ending injury, it's hard. It's hard as a coach to watch that happen. But again, for him, his spirits have been high. Same Jono, he's here tonight in good spirits. But yeah, it's a tough loss for us.
This is a 4-game series. You are 3-0 versus the Riders. What are the areas that you feel like you need to strengthen on your team against them?
I think defensively, I think this is a really good test for us because again, as we go into our Euro Cup game next week against Badalona, I think there's a lot of similarities. I think Rob does a really good job. These guys are well coached. They run a lot of plays with multiple actions that kind of keep the defense. Your weak side of the defense is engaged a lot, which is something that we know we'll see. So again, it's for us a really good test at this point of the season. A team that I'm really excited that we are playing because I think they pose some challenges that'll help us get ready for next week. And again, this is a good team. It's really hard to beat a really good team 4 times. So we know we got our work cut out for us tonight.
Perfect. Good luck tonight,
thank
Coach.
You.
Well, there you heard from Coach Ryan Schmidt at London Lions. Zania, what a rookie season to have as a head coach here in the BBL.
Yeah, he's doing so well, and obviously he's had so much adversity. And right now, after the craziness of March, his team is banged up. He's looking for anyone to lead the way. They lost Jonathan earlier on this week. Big loss for them. But for him, he's just trying to push, get this win, and then also get the momentum as they go into Euro Cup later on.
2 good teams. Will the Lions sweep tonight, or can Leicester spoil the party? We'll take a short break as we'll meet you back in the commentary booth for this big game here in the British Basketball League.
You could just blend in. Never take a single risk. Let opportunities pass you by. Or you can show up. Show people what makes you powerful. What brings you peace. Let them really see you. Own it.
Going to be a thrilling one for sure.
Well, now we're going to introduce you to the starting lineups here, the London Lions. We show you this VT of our players and the rosters. you saw some of the rostering players for both teams. And again, Azania, Sam Decker favoring his ankle, of course. Maybe we will see it tonight, maybe not. But again, who are some of the players we can look out for here tonight for both teams?
Well, London Lions are going small ball, I feel like, starting with Taylor and Bersanoni. I think they're going to go small, fast, quick. And that's worked well for them. And, you know, like we said, they're a bit banged up. I'm happy to see Sam Decker back out here. And obviously, Zutic is one of my favorites.
And of course, for Leicester Riders, the likes of GB International Patrick Whelan. I mean, he made a good debut for Great Britain at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, he's done really, really well. And also, they need him to get going. The big guy down low needs to get going also. But for me, I think if Leicester can start well, if they can make good shots and then defend, we've seen London Lions, they really turn up the heat, and there's so many layers of their defense. It's going to give the Riders a bit of trouble.
Well, Darian Nelson-Henry, the starting center for the Leicester Riders, he needs to have a big game here tonight. A double-double for him could seem to be very competitive. But what about Aaron Menzies, also featured for Great Britain at the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, making his debut in a close game against Serbia?
Yeah, anytime you can play and put on the jersey across your chest is fantastic. It's great momentum for you. It's building confidence. And then, you know, to play at the international level is big. I've played, what am I now, 107 caps, I think. 107 times I played for Great Britain. And you just can't, you know, take advantage for those moments. You come out, you play hard, and then he's going to bring that experience from his national team to this team.
Well, again, you've mentioned all season long, defensively, Lions, they are phenomenal. They close you out, they frustrate you, they cause so many problems. They make you take shots that you don't want to take in your offense. That is going to be a big factor. The question will be how well Leicester are prepared for that defense.
And I think Coach Rob spoke about it. He said their defense is tough, but they want to stay focused. They are having a little nice running streak. They back-to-back versus Plymouth and then Bristol, 106-89, which is fantastic for them, especially as Bristol sitting in second place in the table and the Riders are third.
Well, there is Mr. Intangible, Josh Ward-Hibbett, and I tell you, he's really stepped up his offensive game in the last few games for the Lions. You know, probably a hidden gem for London this season. Yeah,
I would totally agree with you. He's known for his defense, and I actually had a nice little chat with him in the weight room on Tuesday. I said, hey, I really think you're playing really well. And he said, you know what, I'm playing more minutes, I'm feeling confident, I'm getting into the groove of things, and, you know, just finding his way into the game. So I'm really happy for him.
Aaron Best, Canadian international, but again, there is Blake Bowman. Now, Blake Bowman's father played in the British Basketball League for the London Towers, the Derby Trail, well, not the Derby Storm, excuse me, and the Thames Valley Tigers, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But Patrick Whelan, again, these players, knowing that they're up against a big opponent in the London Lions, they must step up. And again, this is a team that's renowned for being a perimeter shooting team. But every time they played the Lions, they have struggled immensely.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And remember, this is a 4-game series. London Lions have won all 3. This is September, they played their first game in 2022. January, they won in March. And so now you can go in to this feeling confident. But I think this is more than just this game. Obviously, London Lions have won the regular season, but they've got to get ready for the bigger picture, right? Euro Cup is right round the corner. They're banged up. They need players need to step up and just, you know. But the thing is, let me get this straight. The London Lions have had so much adversity this year. They've lost multiple players throughout the season, and I think they're well battle-tested. But we'll see the starting lineups coming in and get ready, and I'm excited for tonight's game.
Well,
Josh?
It's always big. It is the Classico of the BBL. Zuba, Tomislav Zubcic with Aaron Best. Wojtek Hruban makes a starting lineup along with former NBA player Miani and Jordan Taylor, the man who's traveled all over Europe. Blake Bowman making a starting lineup along with Patrick Whelan, Carrington Love, Zach Jackson, and Darian Nelson-Henry. I tell you what, this is the Classico. This is the biggest rivalry in the British Basketball League. Respect to the Newcastle Eagles, respect to the Bristol Flyers, but these two teams, what Leicester had the last few seasons, London has said this year, we are finally taking that from you. But tonight is about pride for the Riders. They must finally get a victory over London this season.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you. And Zach Jackson, 24 big points versus Bristol, and also Whelan, 15, 2 top scorers for the Riders. They're playing very, very well, and as they go, the team goes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. If you're live here in the arena, or if you're watching at home with a cup of tea, maybe a beverage of some sort, I'd say you're in for a great game. The season's already set. London has won the league. They've taken it from Leicester. But let me tell you something about the Riders franchise, coached by the great Rob Paternostra. They're coming to London, and they got one thing on their mind. They want to get a victory here in the league against the London Lions. Don't go anywhere. We're set for tip. I'd be very surprised, of course, to see Sam Dekker come into the game tonight. But again, you've got to think with this London squad, they really should have no problem without him, of course.
Yeah, you know, he has got that little niggle, but it'll be interesting to see if they do put him in. He's on the sideline, keep him warm, keep him moving. So maybe we might see him, maybe we won't. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Now, again, a lot of the, you know, you listen to a lot of podcasts in British basketball, Below the Rim being one of them, the BBL show as well. You know, there's a lot of arguments about teams that existed in the old days, Riders, Eagles. The success they've had today is great. But, you know, Riders, credit to them, they won the BBL Trophy and the Playoff Championship in the year 2001 under the great Billy Mims. So this is a club with a lot of history, great tradition, and a great fan base. Ruban now looking for a penetration as he pulls up from 10 feet, hits a front iron. Riders trying to push this one now. They want to build the momentum. Blake Bowman in the starting lineup. Love in the backcourt, being heavily smothered here by Jordan Taylor. Finding a gap now, goes in, Euro step, contact, no foul.
No foul.
No problem.
Strong finish down the middle by Love.
I think Love should be going to the free throw line there for a three-point play, but nonetheless, play still continues.
Rims in and out. Good look for London Lions so far. Haven't managed to hit that, but
Love looking to attack now. Trying to kick this one. Zach Jackson, well, could have been intercepted. He just fumbles it out of bounds, but not a bad start here for the Riders nonetheless. The Riders must play with confidence, but again, they must play with intelligence. London's the kind of team, you make mistakes, they'll make you pay. You get things right, they still might make you pay. So the margin for error, very small for these two teams.
Very small, and it's a 40-minute game.
Arne makes contact. Again, I think the contact on that call is no different from when Carrington Love went to the basket on the first play.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Fires it up.
Did just see Sam Dekker in the back there. He's on the bike, keeping
Arne
warm.
posting up now, doesn't make the most of it. Leicester can't take care of the rebounds. Ruban comes up and it finds Best. Don't want to leave him wide open. That goes out of bounds. That will be Riders' possession.
Good couple looks for London Lions. Haven't knocked it down, but I'm happy with that offense so far.
Well, they have a monumental game for them this week. It's a do-or-die game against one of the greatest teams in the history of European basketball. Over to Badalona in the Euro Cup. So this game, of course, well, we got a foul. It's going to be a foul against Tomislav Zubcic, I believe.
Yeah, the ref is going to say he's flopping. He kind of got Nelson Henry.
Well, if he's flopped, shouldn't that be a technical foul? I wonder if he's called a push-off there, maybe, perhaps. Baseline ball to the Riders. Every possession will count for them. They got to build their confidence. Jackson look for a dump down, finding Darry Nelson Henry. Good hands by Jordan Taylor.
Fantastic hands, good steal. He's on the run.
Lions can push this. Best misses last three. It's a wide open look and it goes out of bounds, and that's going to be possession back to the Lions.
A little drought.
Zuba getting inbound, got it by Patrick Whelan. Taylor trying to go off a screen. He'll pull up from 19 feet. Can't contest it, but can't get it. Best with the offensive rebound. Lions moving the ball effectively, trying to break the defense down. Ruban down the middle, goes in like George Gervin with an Iceman finger roll.
Beautiful finish at the rim. Lovely, strong drive. Nice from him.
Carrington Love, and that's much better. Again, attacking the basket. He'll go to the free throw line. I like that move from Carrington. Carrington Love there, showing no fear. I mean, Jordan Taylor, probably one of the best defenders you're going to find here in the British Basketball League.
Yeah, and Love, really, we've seen that first possession of the game, drove right down. We said he could have been fouled, finishes, and the exact same thing coming back the other end. Hits his first.
Well, There's always high expectations when you become the backcourt point guard for a Leicester Riders team. But again, he's fitting in very well to his role this season. As he makes the second one. Well, Vermont pulls up again for the mid-range, hitting the front iron, and a foul is going to be called against. Well, it's going to be called against Leicester, I believe.
On Love, I think. Is that his second foul? Let's have a look what the referee calls. No, number 50. Nelson Henry, it's only his first.
And another foul. This one's going to be called against Blake Bowman. That's going to be a defensive nightmare for the Riders. Miahody trying to go with a low block play.
This one's easy. Don't get to see the replay, but put both hands down in the cookie jar, especially when you slap down. The referee is going to call that every single time.
Zuba looking for a handoff. Taylor being heavily guarded. He'll pull up for a quick one. Takes it. Can't get it. Lions hitting the ironwork on their first few attempts.
Good screen by Zuptic, though.
Love now getting caught to a double team. Turns it over. The foul is going to be called against Zach Jackson. Love maybe a little bit overzealous on that penetration, just drawing himself into immense trouble.
Yeah, and here, look. It just gets in the way. Great defense by him. And good hustle by Best to pick him up.
It's going to be interesting come the end of the season because you think with players like Aaron Best, it'd be exciting to see if he goes to Indonesia this summer to play for Team Canada at the World Cup. Bonnie looking for a post-up now, trying to make the mismatch. Kicks out to AB, tries his third three, and again, no problem for Aaron Best.
There we go, he needed it. Shooters shoot. And he makes that one. He's 1 from 3 from the three-point line.
Riders being tested here early on. Can they get something going for the perimeter? Love going pick and pop here. Nelson thought about it. This time he takes it. Can't capitalize.
Yeah, he just needs to shoot that. They're leaving him wide open.
I'll try and go back to it and get a beautiful play, but it's going to be a turnover. I don't think Love saw it coming, but it would have been a wide open layup for Jordan Taylor.
Well, here's Sam Decker we spoke about, maybe not, and it's definitely a yes. He's in the game. He is got a ankle pretty high strapping, or is that a brace? It's a brace, but good to see him.
I tell you what, he has been a phenomenal ambassador for this league. And again, when you have discussions with pros overseas, coaches, GMs, again, the first name that comes to mind for the Lions or even the BBL has been Sam Decker so far. I mean, he's been a great player. Wheeling for three, takes it, can't get it.
And there he is with his first rebound.
Trying to go down low again. The post up from Miahody, kicks out the Zuba. Zuba going in, draws the contact. Again, that's going to be a mismatch because Zuba is the kind of player who could put the ball on the floor. And already Darian Nelson Henry picking up a second foul.
And with that foul, he has to head to the bench. So that was fantastic recognition by Zuptic, putting the ball on the floor. Very capable of doing that.
Well, you mentioned the small ball that they're going to play here tonight could go in their favor. I mean, it probably will because now Aaron Menzies just checked into the game. He is going to have a tough time trying to defend Zuba, especially on the perimeter.
Zuba makes the first. You're totally right about that matchup, but that's the thing with Tomislav Zuptic. He just, makes a problem for any defender because he's long, he's lean, he's quick. He can shoot the three, he can get to the basket, and also he can make his free throws.
Well, Zuba last season was playing in Turkey for Tofaş Bursa, where he was playing against Sam Decker when he was at Batşehir Kaleci winning the FIBA Europe Cup. But it's good to see Zuba's game, really expanded. Last year he was more of a pick-and-pop three-point shooter, but now coming to the BBL and playing a variety of positions. He's Love trying to kick out to Bowman. Lions defense be causing all sorts of problems. Trying to get a ball reversal. Love now steps out of bounds, and that's a costly turnover for the Riders.
And Love looks at the line like it hasn't been there the whole game. Anyway, Love will take a seat.
Wadikoya coming in along with Kimball McKenzie. Kimball McKenzie, a former player of the Niagara River Lions. And guess who his assistant coach was?
Tell me.
Old man.
Old man.
Old man Mickey.
McKenzie, solid player for the Riders. really doing well this season.
Ward Hibbett made a few threes in the last game. Can't get this one. Riders have to push this. They got to use the tempo. Trying to get things in transition. Wheeler kicking out to Jackson. Hesitates. Takes the three. Easily ices that one away.
Yeah, Jackson, he's deadly from there. When he gets his feet set, beautiful shot.
The Lions go run and gun it quickly. Luke Nelson finding Miani on the perimeter.
And he answers right back with his own three-point shot.
Well, his 3-and-D game here for the London Lions really has become a bit of a problem on offense. Foul is going to be committed against Aaron Best. Again, it's interesting how Riders really haven't tried to force the ball down low to Aaron Menzies. I mean, you think he's got a mismatch right now, guarded by Ward Hibbett.
He is, you're right. There it goes.
Now. Big man getting bumped here by Aaron Best. Going for a tough one, still can't get it. Well, Aaron Best standing strong there on defense.
I'd like to see him use the glass.
It's now Nelson. The GB General lights it up. And it is raining threes all of a sudden.
Well, we love the GB General. He's dangerous. They must scout that because once he sees one go in, oof, it's going to be a long evening.
Trying to post up now, drawing the contact. Zadakoya. That's where I feel Leicester's going to be more dangerous right now. They don't have the perimeter speed to try and beat London at the moment. They got to try and force the ball down low. Adekoya if they can. But Aaron Menzies, guided by Aaron Best, going for a fadeaway. I mean, that's not what he's got to do tonight.
Right. I think you're totally onto something there. They're deep inside. Get the ball into the post and dominate. But instead, they're kind of, going outside, and fair to London Lions playing good defense.
Well, Wheeler left wide open. This is what they want. There's a three. Can't get it. Lions try to push this to Solowade. Ruban now finds a little bit of space, pulls up in the mid-range, doesn't get it. Menzies secures a rebound. Leicester again, still trying to battle for the perimeter. Menzies going for a pick and roll here with McKenzie. McKenzie pulls up for 15 again, nothing but net.
Pretty.
Canadian, I like that move.
Yeah, real pretty.
Well, there's another look in the corner, trying to go to Miani, but Ward Hibbett left wide open, right in the face of Aaron Menzies.
Beautiful three. Thought about passing it, but he's wide open in that corner shot.
Jackson made his last three now. Again, goes in with a Euro step, splits and draws a foul. I like that last three-pointer from Ward Hibbett. He just splashed that right in the face of Aquaman, I like to say. I'll tell you what, if Menzies wants to retire from basketball, I think he could be one hell of an actor. Now, I don't mean in his game, of course. I mean, he's got the...
Yeah, the look of a superhero. Big, strong man.
I think a DC Marvel or Marvel hero.
There you go.
Lions leading by 7 points at the moment. Jackson will go to the free throw line. Well, special guest in the house tonight, Miss Ogun Karu's here tonight.
Oh, yeah. I need to go check her out a bit later. One of my favorites.
One of the true advocates of African basketball, I must say.
Yeah.
She's one of the pioneers in my mind.
And fans still filing in to the Copper Box. Sold out, I was told. There's a few seats in the top nosebleeds corners, but overall, there's a lot of bums in the seats.
We'll talk about more of our employers. Evan Walsh, father of Mr. Walsh, another person we work with as well, is just checking into the game. Taylor in the backcourt with Josh Ward Hibbett. Lions go to a dribble handoff. The GB General fires from no man's land. Doesn't get it, but McKemble with a rebound. Well, Kimball McKenzie just getting caught in a double team, but able to keep it alive, and it will be Riders' possession in the backcourt. Riders going with McKenzie, Evan Walsh, and Patrick Whelan. That's the 1, 2, and 3 with Adekoya at the 4. Menzies at the 5, but you can see struggling to get the ball inbound.
Full court press, giving Leicester a little bit of trouble.
McKenzie dealing with the pressure, turns it over again. There you can see it's just a simple man-to-man press, but they went for the double team. And Mo Shalawade just forcing McKenzie to turn it over.
Yeah, real pestering there. And they get the turnover.
Wheeler going to the bucket again. Too easy. Bullies his way straight to the basket.
And great defense into a good score. Nearly another turnover.
Well, Leicester look like they're lacking a bit of identity here in their offense. Just need to calm themselves down. McKenzie trying to post up. Still not getting the ball to him. Well, Menzie's just able to knock that one out. They get a fresh 14. Wheeler coming off the screen. Finding Menzies. Trying to get something going. Adekoya pump fakes. Takes a mid-range, and that's going to go out of bounds. Again, suffocated defense.
That's
coming
exactly
from the Lions.
it. Yeah, suffocating. There's no easy look to the basket. Leicester Riders really struggling to get anything up and a good look at the rim.
Well, it's tough here when they take Carrington Love out of the lineup. It doesn't really give them a lot of balance or a lot of confidence in the backcourt. I mean, Evan Walsh, a good player, but at the moment you're asking him to go up against Euro Cup and GB International Standard players. I mean, that's a very tough task.
Well, you want to be playing the best, right? London Lions are the #1 team, and Leicester have come in and they want the opportunity. They want to play the best. They're sitting, like I said, third in the table, and but have lost all 3 series games in the regular season. So this is the 4th and final time that they'll play each other as Luke Nelson splashes that free throw home.
You go back to the game we did here against Sheffield Sharks when Sheffield came up with a monumental victory. A lot of teams should have identified that game, looked at that, and saw what worked for Sheffield. The idea of not going for offensive rebounds.
It was the rebounding,
it was
wasn't
bizarre.
it?
It was a gamble in my mind.
It was a gamble that worked out.
Yeah.
I think it was 3. They got 3 offensive rebounds. So what they decided to do is take one shot, send nobody to the paint, and run back on defense, because obviously London Lions are so quick out of the gates, and that was a risk that paid off. But it was funny because the time that they did crash the boards, they got rebounds and extra possessions and actually came down to the wire and those rebounds in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
But again, it's one of those games you can only play with that if you really, you have a high percentage from the field. If you're not making three-pointers, then it's something you got to mix it up. We saw that with Newcastle the following game. And if you're not making shots and running back, you give yourself no chance of staying in the game. Well, Leicester giving up an offensive rebound. Ward Hibbert getting fouled as he missed the first free throw. Missed them both now. Jack Whelan getting the rebound. Riders going a bit small now. Love, Walsh, and McKenzie in the backcourt. Here comes a double team.
Travel? No? What's referees? First warning.
Oh.
Technical. Rob.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Has it been called?
Yes. It has. No. Foul? He's given a warning.
Well, to me, it looked like he signaled the tee, didn't it?
I think it was, hey, if you don't behave yourself, Coach Rob, we're going to tee you up.
Like he called a technical foul, but Keith Williams giving Rob Paternostra just a minor warning as Evan Walsh makes the first free throw. Walsh spending 2 seasons ago with the Surrey Scorchers during the lockdown year. Was a regular starter for Creon Raftopoulos. Makes both free throws.
Well-needed free throws for Leicester. Kind of dried up on the offensive end. Defense has been smothering from the Lions.
Remember, the Riders are without Mark Love in here tonight. Does give them a little bit of a lesser option on their offense. Solowati now, step back. He can make these. 3 is up. 3 is good. I tell you, splash from the Magician.
Listen, nothing but net by Mo.
Riders trying to push a tempo. And again, something you're probably not going to see is a lot of fast break points for Leicester here this evening. Minute and a half to go. Walsh had the 3. Pump fakes now. Goes in, draws another foul. He'll go back to the free throw line. I like that play from Evan Walsh.
Really good decision by him. Went for the 3, had the defense running at him, and went hard to the rim. Here's the replay. Look at this. Decides to not shoot the 3. Long leaning steps to the rim.
Well, that's the first free throw.
Yeah, rim's out.
But this is positive from the Riders. I mean, both teams are in the penalty at the moment, but Leicester's the kind of team they really would benefit from getting to the free throw line more here tonight.
No, I think you're right about that. Both teams are in the penalty, like you said. A lot of fouls have been called. And that's it. They just need to be aggressive here this last minute and a half and be rewarded.
Nelson getting a handoff now. One more here with Ward Hibbert. Tries to curl around. Iceman. Finger roll. Well, GB General with a bit of ice.
Beautiful move. Luke Nelson really in his bag right now.
Gives you those deja vu feelings of when he made the winning fang roll against Germany in Eurobasket qualifiers. Adekoya trying to battle for the offensive rebound. That goes out of bounds. There will be Leicester ball deep in the sideline.
I really like that offense of London Lions, that last possession. They had multiple looks. Jordan Taylor, nice little curl screen going to the basket, and then you also have to guard Luke Nelson. There's so many scoring options.
Also, the movement that they got in their offense so far this season. They're just more fluid. As McKenzie wide open three. Doesn't get it, but it's a good look. Walsh trying to battle for an offensive rebound. Lions looking to push this one. Taylor again trying to bully his way. Goes up, count it, and he'll go to the free throw line. Well, somebody call the principal. We got a bully on the basketball court as he's just going wherever, whenever he wants.
Yeah, and he flexes a little bit here. Look at him. Lures, controls the whole offense here, takes the bump, flies and floats in the air, and finishes at the rim. Beautiful finish by Jordan Taylor.
That's tough on Kimball McKenzie because I really felt that was good defense.
Great defense by him.
What else is he supposed to do at that point? That's a very tough one.
It's only McKenzie's first foul, so he can hold that.
Well, Kimball McKenzie is one of the best, I'd say top 5 on-the-ball defenders we have here in the BBL. But Jordan Taylor, experienced pro, veteran. I mean, he's built like an NFL player.
Yeah, especially after that hit. He took it, he's strong, and he's playing really well. I'm enjoying Jordan Taylor. He's really stepping up these last couple of weeks, coming into his own, and looking like a scoring threat.
14-point lead for the Lions. Again, a team that needs to manage their roster here tonight. They have a big game this week against Home 2 Badalona. They'll be playing against Joel Pará, winner of the FIBA Eurobasket with Spain this summer. We're going to go play in the same arena where the Dream Team in 1992 won the Olympics. Carrington Love now. Step back three. Deep no man's land. Doesn't get the rattle in. Battling for offensive rebounds. Leicester showing a bit of heart. Another foul is going to be called against Miani.
A lot of bodies flying. Leicester doing very well, sacrificing their body, diving on the ball. It's important for them. They're playing hard. And a technical foul has just been called on...
I think it's called on Miani. Yeah, he's been teed up. But again, going back to the previous play, the shot was up, but it's the hustle from Adekoya. I mean, he doesn't come up with the offensive rebound, but by putting himself there and contesting for it, it becomes a loose ball. And that's how Leicester's able to come up with a second chance.
Yeah, and now obviously they'll get free throws here and then the technical free throws also. So a nice little swing potentially. But 27 points. Coach Rob for Riders is not going to be happy with that. That's way too many points in the first quarter.
Well, McKenzie makes the first one. Now, if they make these 2 free throws, possibly going into the second quarter, they can maybe cut this down to single digits. But this is a good sign from Evan Walsh because this is now his 3rd trip to the free throw line here in the first quarter.
No, he's been aggressive. I really have seen him step up. We saw him take that fake, drive to the rim. He's shooting a pretty good clip from the free throw line also.
Well, Miani still talking with the referees at the moment. I think he feels a little bit unjust from the technical foul calls. Well, all 3 free throws made. 11-point ball game.
Now 3 from 4 from the free throw line.
Lions are going to dribble this one down for the last shot. GB General. Luke Nelson. Got it by Kimball McKenzie. Miani pick and pop time. There's a push up. Deep 3. 3 is up. 3 is good. Well, welcome to the Copper Box.
Big, big finish. The GB General. Whoa. Get off of me. Nothing but net. Beautiful. Let's see that highlight, please, if we can.
Well, I gotta tell you,
yeah, asking for the push-off, but I'm
going
not
push-off.
sure.
That's offensive foul to me.
Well, they didn't call it.
Let's
Josh,
have a look.
I thought it was pretty clean. This is tough. Takes the hit.
Oh, no, that's offensive foul. I'm sorry.
Sure, I'm going to enjoy the dancers and not say anything. It's a big shot. It's a big hit.
Hey, it's a hell of a shot. Yeah, that's a push-off.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's now back to a 14-point ball game. GB General's three-pointer, setting a bit of daylight between them and the Leicester Riders. But so far, I mean, it's been business as usual here for the Lions.
Yeah, I think their defense has been sensational, doing a very, very good job holding Leicester Riders to only 16 points and scoring 30. They're doing a really lovely job, but that's how they run. I really like when, you know, they play tough defense. We've even seen them full court press Leicester Riders, making them choke and cough up the ball. And I know Coach Rob is not going to be happy about that, but London Lions in full control of this game so far.
Again, one thing we can credit from the Riders, they have battled for offensive rebounds. They're really trying to compete, but, you know, the shots just aren't dropping for them at the moment, are they?
No, it's not, you know, but they're taking the right shots. Like, even both teams at the big start were kind of, you know, shooting great shots, not falling. That's it. You just got to keep playing hard. And the thing is with Leicester Riders, they're not going to give up. You see them diving on the floor, putting their bodies on the line, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, they've gone smaller now, so no Aaron Menzies and no Nelson Henry, of course, in the lineup. So it will be Adekoya who matches up with Zubcic. Riders will have the first possession here in the second quarter.
Well, lovely energy and atmosphere here. If you haven't come down to the Copper Box, it is a fantastic time. And hey, I need to plug myself. Sunday next week is a double header. The men are playing first 2:15, and just a trip there. The men are playing 2:15 just first, and then we're going to keep the people in the building, and then we come on second at 5:15.
I like it.
Kind of cool, hey?
That's very cool. Well, there's also a big game this Sunday as well.
Well, it is Sunday. We're playing Newcastle.
That's right.
12:30 here in the Copper Box. So it is Easter holidays. So if kids and you need an idea, I think it's a $5 again.
Special guest will be coming with me.
Who's that?
Mrs. Bet.
Oh, okay. I love a bit of Mrs. Bet.
Well, Best now trying to go to the basket. The foul is on the ground. It's going to be against Patrick Whelan. Well, Aaron Best, again, very much a combo god. Probably his best days when he arrived in Europe was when he played with MRP Riesen-Löwersberg in Germany under coach John Patrick. But again, he's really been a dominant player here for the Lions.
No, he has. He's played very, very well and tough to guard also.
He spent some time with the Raptors 905 under Jerry Stackhouse and Ryan Schmidt. Nelson, another Hail Mary three-pointer. Doesn't get it. Walsh for the rebound. Riders trying to settle into his offense. Walsh giving up a three-pointer. Attacking. Good defense by Nelson. Oh, Keith Williams signaling the other way. I think that's the right call. Actually, it did look like it came off of Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh isn't happy about that, but I think so too. Kind of drove and just came off of his knee. Good defense by Luke Nelson.
Nelson go and pick a pop here with Zubcic. Line's a little bit static here. LeBron stepping through, kicking the corner. Solowade's made 1-3, takes another one. This guy simply is a walking ATM machine.
Very smooth, especially when Mo gets his feet set. He loves that corner three.
Kickball violation, so it will be remain 15 seconds on the shot clock, but it will be Riders' possession on the sideline. Riders trying to get Adekoya some looks in the low block. Again, they haven't really, it's interesting. Adekoya is probably the kind of player you just want to throw the ball down and make the defense collapse a little bit. I mean, they're not getting any wide open looks on the perimeter.
No, I think you're right about that.
Whelan thought about it, heavily got it, closed out by the GB General. Tries to go for a Euro step. 2 seconds left. Walsh throws up a prayer, puts it up, count it. Well, something out of nothing on that one for Evan Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh is playing very, very hard.
Well, Best wide open the corner, uncontested again, drills it right in the face of Adekoya.
And that's so hard to defend, right? London Lions moving the ball so quick, having Leicester Riders having to defend, and then Best doing what he does best in the corner.
McKenzie, beautiful move, steps through, just lost his balance. Goes out of bounds, but that will be Lions. But again, that's a strong move by Kimmel McKenzie, but when he lost his balance, that's when he wasn't able to just get the kiss off the backboard.
Yeah, I think he was just kind of out of rhythm, yeah. Oh, wait.
He changed it.
Oh.
I'll have to see the replay of that one. Maybe there was a deflection on the rebound, but Nelson Henry comes back in. But again, Nelson Henry back in again. You've got to feed the big man down low. He is one of the best back-down post players we have here in the league.
Yeah, I don't think they've established him at all. But here he is with the ball.
Nelson looking to isolate now. Nowhere to go. Throws it away,
Good
turns
defense.
it over. Decker comes up with it. Trying to throw it down to Aaron Best, but it's going to be a possession back to the Lions on the baseline.
Nelson Henry there down low for me. Make your move, put the ball up. I think he's just getting, I don't know, a bit out of rhythm, out of sync, I'm not sure.
Well, there's another three. Three is up, and again, the BBL Croatian sensation. As they would say in Croatia, Hvala. Thank you very much.
And that's the mismatch that we spoke about earlier, especially when you've got Nelson Henry, look, steps off of him. He only needs that second to let that three go. Tomislav Zucic looking oh so good.
Well, again, that's the mismatch. A bit of a headache here for Rob Paternoster, because when you have Adekoya at the 5, you know, he can come out and defend Zub at that point. But Menzies, or if it's Nelson Henry, that is going to be an Achilles heel here for him tonight.
Yeah, and I think, what does he do, right? Do you keep him in? It's a mismatch, but that's what London Lions are all about, and they're long and lean. They've got Decker back in. They've really done a good job for me, Ryan Schmidt, subbing, keeping the rotation, keeping the team fresh, and different looks. Who do you stop? You know, Best has gone off. Mo Salawade, fantastic. Then you've got to worry about Decker. And then you've got Tomislav Zucic hitting shots. It's a long day at the office for the Leicester Riders.
Yeah, I got to give credit to the Leicester Riders organization, because you look behind the bench, traveling fans. It's not a short journey from the East Midlands down here to the Copper Box.
No, and I love that. They're a great franchise. They brought me out of my retirement, so I got to give a shout out to Leicester Riders. I do owe them for that, and they do have fantastic fans, and happy that they have travelled today.
Well, a team that's been the face of the BBL for so many years. Great work they've done under Kevin Routledge. Well, Zach Jackson now finding Love, who's back into the game. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Love going, kicks out to Jackson, tough pass. Splits up a prayer with nothing but net by Action Jackson from downtown.
Man, right on time, on the buzzer. Really lovely driving kick. Good finish. Riders definitely needed that bucket. Tomislav Zucic feeling it.
Again, Zuba. I mean, somebody call the electricians, because this guy is shooting the lights out right now.
Absolutely. Jump to a quick 20-point game just like that. You blink and it's 20-point up.
Jackson make his last three. Nelson Henry trying to post up. Look at the ball to him. Foul is going to be called against Topwell. Wow.
And the referees are quick.
Well, there's a three-pointer by the BBL Croatian sensation, but I'd say that's a little bit of a reaction call there. I mean, look, he did show a little bit of protest, but he didn't exactly shout at the referee, though.
No, he's just disappointed with himself with that foul. And they've called a technical on him. And Tomislav Zucic now will have 3 fouls. Which is,
I think the timeout's been called, but, you know, going back to Leicester Riders,
let me hear it.
we have to give a shout out to Kevin Routledge and Russell Levingston, you know, for the hard work that they've done I mean, Routledge has been with the franchise since the 70s, I think, but also the hard work that Russell Levinson, I mean, the Charmwood Academy, the university program in Loughborough. You have to give credit where credit's due. They have been the face of the BBL with the Newcastle Eagles for the last 10 years.
Newcastle Eagles? Oh, I mean, Russell. We're talking about
Leicester
the Riders
and Newcastle.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, for sure, they've done a really wonderful job. And no, Russell, shout out to him. He always does a wonderful job. But the thing is, right, I just think they did so well last year in the BBL. They lifted a bunch of trophies. And they're a well-oiled machine. They know exactly what they want. They know what they like. But for me, I just think they're just missing some sort of gel or cohesiveness.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what it is, what they're lacking. And they've just struggled the last couple of them, making the trophy, and then also in a few of these games. So I don't know. Down 20 here, they're in a bit of a hole. How can you climb your way out and do yourself some justice and play a good game for your fans?
Well, it's like you're saying, when you're so used to winning, you set the bar at a certain standard. At some point, somebody wants to challenge it. That's what's happened this year. We're probably going to see the same in Caledonia Gladiators in the years to come. With the new organization they got behind them, the support they've got, the bar is going to get higher and higher.
I think so.
No doubt, of course, Leicester will be able to adapt to how high the bar is going to be set in the years to come.
Yeah. I completely agree with you. Lovely little pass. Beautiful. That's what they needed. And talking about Caledonia, winning the trophy, that was a fantastic game. Buzzer beater. Oh, that was wonderful.
Again, another great call by the great Dan Routledge on the final. And I saw a fan made a T-shirt quoting his call on that game. That's unbelievable, that is.
They got the mismatch down low with Decker.
Well, McKenzie standing strong now. Doesn't want to pick up another foul. Decker spinning, going in with a finger roll. Little post-up move.
McKenzie cannot guard that. London Lions did a fantastic job finding Decker down low.
Well, Decker coming for the double team. Somebody's going to be wide open. Kicks out to Love. Love with a pump fake. Finds Walsh. He'll try the three. Three is up. And much better basketball coming for the Riders. Confidence is building.
Yep. Good job. I love just driving in that little space, sucking in defenders, and then kicking out for that three.
Well, Best going, an offensive foul is going to be called against Aaron Best, just pushing off against Carrington Love.
Let me see this. No. It's a shame from Best, and kind of just gets caught up there. Maybe tweaked his little ankle on him as well.
Well, hopefully he's okay, because they will need him this week against Badalona. I don't see there's any issues.
Yeah, he looks all right to me. It's a good matchup here, Best and Love. They're talking up in each other's chest.
Love going all the way again, showing no fear, right to the rack. Leicester cut it down to a 15-point deficit. But London being challenged at the moment. Can they ride the storm here? Can Leicester keep putting the pressure back? Ward Hibbett wide open, three is up. No good, but another offensive rebound. Solowati almost throwing it away. Leicester come over and finding Evan Walsh. Walsh going up against Ruban. Now it's a 7-0 run. Now you can see Rob Paternoster saying to his players, no press, just get back.
Yeah, just get back real quick. Walsh playing incredible right now. He has 13 points, leading all scorers for the Riders.
Well, Best going in, and again, doesn't get it. Rattles out. No and one for Aaron Best. But it will be 2 free throws here for the Lions. So 4:39 to go here in the second quarter. I mean, Leicester will do them a world of confidence if they can cut it down to single digits going into the second half.
Yes, sadly though, Nelson Henry is going to have to go to the bench with 3 fouls in this first half. Not what Coach Rob would like to see at all.
Well, he is a huge X factor when he's on the court, because you saw the time he got the ball in the post. Sam Deck is already committing so high into the help side defense. Somebody's going to be wide open on the perimeter.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. But then also he does, cause a mismatch where we saw Tomislav Zubcic. He stepped off of him and he's shooting the three. So we'll see. But Sam Decker out. He's playing a fair few minutes. He's back on the bike like he's riding the Tour of London. You like that one, hey?
The line bikes, the one you pay like £5 for the day?
Yeah.
Jackson looking to isolate. Bit of contact, goes in, good defense. Miani now looking to push this one. Goes in, but that's a little bit of trickery, and again, rattles its way in.
Euro step through London. Love that. Beautiful finish at the rim. Hard to guard. Nice from London Lions.
Jackson looking for a kick out here. Lions still trying to go for the perimeter. 3 is up. 3 is good from Whelan. And has a few words for Miani. That's going to be, well, it's going to be Lions possession on the baseline. Leicester battling back now. 14-point deficit. I think Leicester really, you know, it was history they made in 2001 with Billy Mims, Carl Brown, along with Malcolm Leake when they won at Wembley against the Sheffield Sharks. But probably the most memorable time was when they won the league back in 2013 with one of our colleagues, Ant Rowe. As Miani tries a 3, doesn't get it.
And great job by Josh Ward-Hibbett. Like I said, known for his defense, but boy, oh boy, he's working so hard this evening. 2 rebounds the first time, and then here, crashing in and putting his body, kind of bending back. Little acrobatics from him, but good job trying to get a second opportunity for the Lions.
Well, delayed call there from the referees, but that's going to be the 3rd team foul for the Riders. They have one more foul to give here in the second quarter. They trail by 13 points against the Pride. Best getting a handoff with Taylor. Again, just a little, maybe too many passes, but Rabat hits the deck, and the Riders have a chance now to cut down the deficit, trailing again by 13.
There's Sam Decker on the bike.
I mean, if you're Riders right now, you got to think, who are your most dangerous players on the court right now?
Whelan, I think, and Love. That's who I would go with. Who are you saying?
Yeah, I'd say Whelan, Love, Jackson. But you're trying to find ways to get them open on the perimeter.
And Love wants it here, asking for the screen.
Getting the switch on defense now. Love looking to isolate. Goes all the way. No help side defense. And now it's an 11-point ball game.
There we go. Riders are not going to give up. Digging themselves out of that 20-point deficit.
Well, good defense. They come up with it. They can cut it down to single digits. 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Riders believing.
And Love asks for the screen again.
Love kicking out, finding Whelan. Down the middle, goes in. Little curl scoop, doesn't get it. That's a good move, but he's got to finish that one.
That's the one that Coach Rob spoke about, making them layups.
Lions trying to go for an early 3-pointers. Bowman comes up with a loose ball.
I think that's too quick of a shot,
yeah.
Josh. I think Lions could run their offense, make the Riders have to play solid defense. Good pass.
Adekoya doesn't take many 3-pointers. Jackson comes up with a rebound. A foul is going to be called. That's going to be 2 free throws for the Riders. And again, now they can cut into single digits.
Can I see the replay on that if that's possible? Because I felt like that was a jump ball. Thank you, my guys, my producers. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a hug. I wanted to see it again just to double check. Shout out to all my cameramen and the crew. Always on job. Making our lives easier, right?
Well, shout out to Kevin, our producer at the moment. Great job he's been doing here with all the live streams. Jackson makes the first free throw. Makes them both. I mean, Riders had a good chance at the beginning of this year to qualify for the Basketball Champions League. I think it was, understandably why they didn't go into the FIBA Europe Cup. But this is the kind of organization you want to see competing at that level each year. I mean, they are one of the faces of the British Basketball League. Ward-Hibbett getting fouled, and that's the last team foul for the Riders to give her in the second quarter. No more fouls for each teams.
And this isn't good. I don't want to see Ward-Hibbett just gets hit in the hip here. It's not looking good. Yeah, I would like a replay. Let's have a look at how this comes, that baseline drive, and then maybe just a knee in the hip area.
I'm perplexed on that one. You got to explain that one to me.
Didn't look like much, actually, but he's still in the game, so good. Just be sore tomorrow.
Well, Taylor going in, doesn't get it. Riders believing. 9-point deficit. Can Jackson lead the way here? Whelan, wide open, takes it. The foul is going to be committed against Luke Nelson. That's going to be 2 more free throws for the Riders. As Adekoya We'll go to the charity stripe.
In my opinion, and it's just my opinion, every time I find number 21 Zach Jackson catches the ball, I think he travels.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't put the ball down quick enough for me. Obviously, referees aren't going to call that, but I'm nitpicking here at greatness, but I think he travels every time he catches the ball. But it'll be annoying, you know, if referees called that. But he needs to throw the ball down quick, catch, bang, puts it on the floor. But anyway, that's just me being...
You know, you got the flow of the game you got to keep up with as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you slow down any Basketball Champions League or EuroLeague game, you're probably going to get the same thing as well. I mean, the amount of Oyster cards I see players taking Europe these days. Goodness gracious.
Well, it's a 7-point game, ladies and gentlemen. The Riders have dug themselves out of the hole like I asked for. Thank you very much. I think Coach Rob will be very, very pleased with his team if they could just cut into this deficit a little bit more. This last minute and 57 seconds going into halftime will be very happy, especially when they were down 20 points.
Well, Leicester Riders, question for you. Do you believe you were down by 20? Now it's a 7-point ball game. A victory for the Riders here tonight. That will be very big for their club this season because we know this is the Classico of the BBL.
Yeah.
These two teams for many years, well, I say many years, Riders for many years have dominated the BBL. The Lions now have responded. This is the ultimate game that we all come to watch.
Yeah, I think you're so right, and I think the Riders came for, you know, the task, and that's love driving to the basket. Some lovely highlights there. But listen, Riders are a very well-coached team by that man there. Rob just puts his, you know, heart and soul into the game, really gets into it, and his team responded. And that's exactly what you want. You don't want your team to fold, you know, pack up, turn on the bus and go home now. You want them to react. You want them to answer, and that's what the Riders have done. And I'm really pleased to make this a ball game here on, what day is it? Is it Friday? It's Good Friday.
This is Good Friday indeed.
I already had my Easter egg. A nice lady at the table gave me an Easter egg. Did you get one?
No, I didn't get one.
Right.
I'm a bit jealous now.
Right.
Well, Miani now pulling up from 10 feet, off balance. Adekoya with the rebounds. And again, the Riders, another chance.
For me, I think London Lions just need some more movement. Make Leicester have to defend, which Leicester are doing really good here.
Bowman for three. He'll take it. Doesn't get it.
They're going for the first shot, one-on-one.
Well, turn over again with Miani. Bowman has a chance here. Contact goes up, but he's going to go to the free throw line. And that's a strong move by Blake Bowman. The question is, who was the foul on?
And Luke Nelson is absolutely dumbfounded. He's walked off. He's so mad. Let's have a look.
Well, he has swiped at him, but again, you can't really see from that angle. Well, you can see better from here.
This is a great angle. Let's have a look.
Oh.
He's right. He didn't.
I don't think he made any contact.
He didn't. He didn't. He's completely right. But the thing is it's a difficult angle to see, and when you swipe down and make any aggressive, you know,
well, that's it, yeah,
hit to the ball,
yep,
the referee is going to call it if you hit it or not. He's absolutely fuming, and he's walked to the end of the bench, very upset. As Luke Nelson that's only his third foul.
Third foul, yeah.
Yes, it is his third foul. He's not going to be happy about that.
Well, it's a great opportunity here for the Riders. Now it's a 5-point ball game. When they look dead and buried, all of a sudden, Leicester rough riding their way back into this one.
And a little full court press from the Leicester Riders, trying to slow London Lions down.
Taylor looking to isolate, coming off a ball screen, getting the switch in, got it by Bowman. Goes all the way, hangs in the air, doesn't get it. Good defense by Blake Bowman. And now Leicester, chance to make this potentially a one-possession game. Adekoya with a post-up. Got it by Miani. Finding Bowman. Goes
Beautiful.
in. Finger roll. Kisses that one off the backboard.
Beautiful patience there. Down low. A cutting driver. I need London Lions to answer real quick. This is better. More ball movement. Make Leicester have to defend you.
Check it out. Going in all the way. Makes contact. No foul. Riders could probably tie the game up, but a technical foul again, and it's going to be against Ryan Schmidt. But I got to tell you, Zania, to me it looked like Sam Decker should be going to the free throw line.
Yeah, he's absolutely upset. He's saying, you take the camera off of him is what you need to do right now, because he's very upset. And apologies for any
technical
bad
foul,
language.
free throw will be shot.
Yep. And hit it. And Leicester have done a fantastic job in this second quarter, answering down 20, and have chipped their way, dug their way out of the hole, and they are down 2. So timeout.
Wow, this is an interesting timeout here, because you have the momentum going in your favor. You want to build on that. I mean, I can only imagine 7.8 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock here before the end of the first half. Is Rob trying to muster something up here for a final possession? Because either way, London's going to get one more shot up.
Yeah, you're right. And I just think you got to use it or you lose it, really. But we'll see. Let's see what he draws up. But for me, I think Leicester Riders have done a tremendous job on the defensive end. They're holding London Lions to one tough shot, getting the rebound, and boom, they're out of the blocks to the races, and just putting pressure at the rim and making the referees have to call fouls.
This is the Classico, and even though London has won the league, there's so much at stake right now. Pride, you got to look at both sides. For Leicester, it's a big game for them to win, to finally get a victory over London regular season. For London, if they win this, it's a true testament to their character, because they've got a big game ahead of them this week in Europe.
Yeah, and I think you're right, but I think they're not going to be happy. They're up 20 and they relaxed. They absolutely took their foot off the pedal, and there you see some of the guys that have injured. Sharma, I spoke to him earlier, just said his shoulders tweaked a little bit, but he's feeling good and he's ready for the Euro Cup game. But without him, there's no big presence down low. And here comes one of the last possessions of the game.
Well, Love got it by Oni.
A little zone here from the London Lions.
Under 10 the shot clock now. Remember, 7.8 seconds difference. Love finding space. Pick and pop. Adekoya. 3 for the lead. Got it! Big time three-pointer. And the Riders have come from 20 down to take the lead. And Taylor will go in and doesn't restore it. And Leicester Riders starting to believe. Confidence. They've got themselves back in this one. The Classico is up for grabs.
Look at this. Good pick and roll. He pops out to the three-point line. Hits it. Big shot. And Leicester Riders are up 1 going into half-time. Josh, this is going to be a fantastic game all the way down to the wire. London Lions need to regroup, need this half-time, and to talk about what they need to do. I think for me, it's the one and done. They're driving, they're playing one too many one-on-one offense. I think they need to just move, make Leicester Riders have to defend them. More pick and roll, more back picks, more movement. You can't just go one-on-one. I don't think that's going to work, and it hasn't worked. It's our time to shine now.
Oh, it's our time to shine.
Yes.
Well, I got too many white hairs, right? I'm getting older.
It's fine.
Well, Basel fans, what a game we have here. This is the Classico. Two of the top 3 best here in the BBL for the big rivalry. Leicester Riders down by 20, but they've got themselves back in with a 1-point lead. We'll be back for the second half in just under 14 minutes.
You could just blend in. Never take a single risk. Let opportunities pass you by. Or you can show up. Show people what makes you powerful. What brings you peace. Let them really see you. Own it.
For too long, the old guard has held court. Their rules, their terms, their arena. But what happens when you take something from the streets and put it on display for the world to see? The tide starts to shift. It lets the old guard know exactly who's next and resets the stage for something new. This is street art, showing all season.
with his second, his third triple attempt. Hopefully his second. And a beautiful play from the Flyers.
In his stint so far in the Scorchers.
Nelson, great pass! And the two-handed throwdown for Jonathan Hamilton.
Play there, Quentin Danilo, great pass.
Archibald with the finish off the pass. And he's got a bonus coming.
He's attacked it aggressively way out Malcolm, the taller defender, but he shoots over him, absorbs the contact, and that initial spin move too quick.
Evans penetrates, kicks. Teague puts it on the floor. Teague with the jab.
Wow, Teague, give up the free.
Here's Miller now, corner three ball is long this time. Offensive rebound by Delpesh and it's stolen away by Lewis. Times with a 2-on-1 is lobbed up to Green, who throws it down.
Three-pointer as well. Absolutely. Saeed Nelson. That's it. He's off. Larry Austin. Oh, nice play. Oh, my goodness. Big play there. Larry Austin, no look pass on Jamal Anderson. Stuck. Fletcher. He's going to try and use the last few seconds of the clock to attack. Oh, my. Josh Sharma denies it.
Sam Decker. Here's the block before. Josh Sharma just denying that left hand of Ramon Fletcher.
Sharma comes out and goes
It's going to be a nice, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. That is just sensational. Xavier Stewart.
Puts it back to White. He puts it on the floor. He's trying to find a way through. Johnson. Oh, wow! Comes through the middle.
Currents of love that doesn't get it to go, but you'd want it to stay aggressive still be a threat.
Oh, the lob up to Betts, who jabs it in. What an assist from Taylor. LBC under immense pressure. The air ball, Solo Wadi drives. Sharma, oh my goodness. Huge slam from Sharma.
Playing the London Lions.
Here's the cutback to shakes free. Underneath to Comigan, back to Sharma. Oh! Hello! Fox Cobb applauded by Xavier Stewart.
Back and turns it over. Johnson. Oh, baby! Are you kidding me? Gordon Airways, a bit in Argentina. Oh, we talk about Sharma Airlines. Let me introduce you to Air Gordon.
Still by Kenny.
They'd be getting away with a camera, but thank goodness they didn't do that one.
Execution Crystal. Decker with seconds running down. Oh my goodness! What a dunk from Sam Decker.
Closing seconds of the corner. Sam Decker pops up for highlight.
2 points, 3.5 minutes left of the opening quarter. As Luke Nelson has to come in and collect the pass behind the back. Beautiful dish. Aaron Best knocks it down.
As one of the assists of the team. See the team destined to win the championship, who've been moving the ball really well, been a good challenge to the Eagles defence. I think that French, Gordon and DeVore are handling the much bigger guys better. The problem comes obviously when you're attacking the taller players around.
Fraser now tried to get him. It's given to Pipkins and he goes up. Oh, throws it down! Whoa! Pipkins pulls it in. He's going to go through. And throws it down again!
We have liftoff. Jalon Pipkins has arrived.
I think McKenzie just wants to get up there to have a look at it closer, didn't it?
Now Johnson no good, but he gets his own rebound. Back to Justin Gordon for three. That one's no good. Oh, wow! Wow, well.
Justin in flight.
Yeah, there's a three-point shot. His own three-point shot. Followed it all the way. Flew in and absolutely smacked the table. Missed the three. Never stopped. Wow, what a player.
But those guys are so valuable.
No way through for Taylor. Here's Whelan going right at it, and it's thrown into the seat by Odin. Black as he skies from the left corner and puts it in about the fifth row. Says, get that out of here. He's getting harassed by Evans. They still have Basket in Cheshire. Here's Sloan to the basket. Out to Onwas. Sloan in the corner for the win. Can you believe it? David Sloan wins it on the buzzer. And the Caledonian Gladiators go wild.
Dangerous man in the BBL right now is David Sloan. And he finds himself open in the corner and knocks it down.
My dad was a high school coach for 30 plus years in my hometown at a couple high schools. My brother, who was 6 years older than me, grew up playing, so I'm watching them around the game. I wanted to be a part of it. Those are two probably of my biggest inspirations still. Before I can even remember, I was trying to dribble the ball and run around and just wanted to be part of it. I grew up in a city called Sheboygan, Wisconsin. You know, kind of just a cool coastal town. And they love their Green Bay Packers and their Milwaukee Bucks. They love all their sports teams there, which, you know, really instills that sports culture in you. And I always had access to a gym. And that was kind of the biggest thing for my development, was not just learning the game, but just being around the game. My mom has a journal entry from my second grade class and said, "What are you going to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I'm a professional basketball player." So I've never had a plan B, but I knew this is what I wanted to do, and this could be a path that took me somewhere. I remember there was a game, I think I was 5 years old, but I still remember it. We went to the Milwaukee Bucks game at the Bradley Center. My first game I ever went to. It was the last game of the millennium, and I remember how cool it was, and the bright lights, and the mascots, and the fans, and the t-shirt toss. I just thought it was like the coolest thing, and we were up in the nosebleeds, and the fans started dwindling down. My dad saw it as an opportunity. Let's get closer to the court and kind of find some open seats to get closer to the action. And you know, the fact that I still remember that as this like turning point for me, like this is so cool. What an experience. Like, oh, these guys I see on TV, I'm right here. You know, that was a moment that was cool to me. Trying to mimic all the guys I watch on TV with my brother, playing one-on-one against him, and trying to be like my idols. To not now know some of those guys I used to try to be like is pretty cool. And you know, this game has really, I think, helped mold who I am.
Lucic, great steal, and Decker jams it in.
And I was traded 3 times in my first 4 years in the NBA. That's not an easy thing to go through, because you're not just changing uniforms, right? You're moving out of a place, you're moving to a new place, you're learning a new offense, you're learning new teammates, you're learning a new city, new fans, new coaches. You just constantly feel like you're proving yourself every day, right? And then you get traded again, and it resets itself. And then you get traded again, and it resets itself. And it wears on you, not only as a player, but also as a person, and also it wears on your family, and then going overseas, and then proving it again, and then going to a new team, proving it again, then going back to the NBA, proving it again, and then going back overseas again, and proving it again. I've had probably 11 or 12 head coaches in 8 years, and that mentally was hard, is hard, trying to feel like I have to prove my worth every single day. It's made me tough, it's made me who I am, but it's been a challenge for sure. I'm trying to be a good ambassador for the game here in London, but also globally. You can see now the BBL is trying to mesh talent with structure. I love my role. I love that I have a lot on my plate. I love that I'm given a responsibility, and I don't take that lightly. Every night, guys are going to try to go at you. One, because you have London Lions on your chest, and 2, because you know my history as a player. These guys are coming hungry, and we have to also be hungry every day.
For too long, the old guard has held court. Their rules, their terms, their arena. But what happens when you take something from the streets and put it on display for the world to see? The tide starts to shift. It lets the old guard know exactly who's next and resets the stage for something new. This is street art, showing all season.
Welcome back, Basel fans. 1-point ball game here at the Classico of the BBL between our hosts, London Lions, and last season's defending champions, Leicester Riders. Well, we're going to show you some stats from this game. And so far, Zadia, Lions up by 20 points. Riders nowhere near dead and buried.
No, not at all. They worked their way, and here's the stats. The three-point shot, 41%, only 5 from 12, and then the field goal, 48%. But the turnovers, 8 for Leicester, 5 for London Lions. But for me, I just think it's been the work ethic and the hard, gritty determination from the Riders. They're back in the game, and boy, it's a great game. Down 20, up 1 at halftime, exactly where you want the Riders to be, and the type of game we want tonight.
Well, Riders have dug deep here again. They've battled very hard, but you kind of saw this. Oh, well, we do have a advertisement that we're going to show you, brought to you from the London Lions.
You could just blend in, never take a single risk, let opportunities pass you by. Or you can show up. Show people what makes you powerful. What brings you peace. Let them really see you. Own it.
Well, we're back there. That was the advertisement from StockX, of course, but Zadia, this is becoming an exciting game. The big three-pointer by Adekoya at the end, really giving the Riders a bit of hope that maybe they could pick up their first victory against the Lions. These two teams may, and I'm saying they may, respect to the likes of the Bristol Flyers, could beat each other in the playoff final.
They certainly could, and Welsh 13 points, and Jackson 9 points, leading all scorers for the Riders. Really had the momentum, and London Lions was probably very thankful that halftime came, and then Luke Nelson leading all points scorers by 9 points, but he does have 3 fouls. And talking about fouls, the referees just have called 30 fouls already in this first half.
Well, again, a few technicals have been thrown out, but again, new half here. These two teams will battle it out. Remember, Lions defeated the Riders at the BBL Cup final. They've taken away the league championship. Will they win here, make it 4 wins in the regular season? Well, Taylor in the backcourt along with Miani and Arabes. Ruban at the 4. Zuba left wide open. Thought about taking it in the lane now. Zuba hangs, count it, and he'll go to the free throw line.
And Zutic, lovely little smile here. This is why he's one of my favorites. Always having a lovely time here. Fakes a shot, thinks about it, puts the ball on the deck, and takes the hit. And that is a way to start the second half.
Well, think about some of the big clubs that Tomislav Zubcic, a.k.a. Zuba, the BBL Croatian sensation, has played for. Aptidar Saratov in Russia. The likes of Rytas Vilnius in Lithuania. And now bringing his experience, his excellency here to the capital of the United Kingdom.
London Lions playing a 1-2-2 zone.
Well, Menzies going in for a quick offensive rebound, but again, the putback.
Come on.
Well, a little bit soft like tissue on that one.
Very soft. I think you just go up and dunk it, big man. He must be a lefty because he wanted to come back to that strong hand where he was just wide open. But let him retie his shoelaces and get it together as he just takes a moment for himself.
Well, Leicester's perimeter shooting gave them the confidence to get back in this one. The defense came up with some big stops in the first half. Whelan had a bit of time and space, didn't pull the trigger. Switch on defense now. Lions staying in this compact zone. Whelan all the way, and again kisses that one off the backboard.
Good job, Whelan, seeing the mismatch. Zubcic, he's quicker than him.
Well, interesting, both teams playing the zone defense here, trying to force each other to take it from the perimeter. Zuba again going the bucket. Again, no foul call. Well, I think Zuba there
may have a case.
And what's the difference between the first one he did and the second?
Well, the difference in this one, Carrington Love capitalizing with a three-pointer. Oh, it's a good case you made there. I mean, it was a clear push going to the basket, but this stage you got to play through as Miani lights it up. And again, zone defense, both teams. This is the kind of way you want to play.
Yeah, it's interesting that both teams have come out with the zone, and you can just see Rob screaming at the top of his lungs. And still in it, I think. Yep, a 2-3 this time. And they're just leaving the shooters wide open.
Well, the foul is going to be called on the ground. That's going to be the first team foul for the Lions. Menzies. I'm not sure who that one was against. It was against Zubo Miani.
Yeah, Zubcic, that's his fourth foul. That's disappointing. And he said to coach, don't worry, but coach can't afford it. You're bringing back Sam Decker. Zubcic, 11 points. He is the leading scorer. So that's disappointing for him to pick up that fourth foul.
Baseline ball to the Riders. Finding Menzies. Menzies going up. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
And that's what we need from him, right? Use your strength and finish around the rim. Good job from him.
2-3 zone again, being played out. Lions should have no problems picking out a high percentage look from the perimeter. Taylor now will take this one over to Aaron Menzies. Hits a front iron over the backboard, but again, regained there. Good work by Sam Decker. Well, Best dribbling into traffic. Miani made his last three. Takes another one. Doesn't get it. Love does enough. Now Riders will try to push this one. Jackson, contact. Good defense by Jordan Taylor.
Beautiful defense by Jordan Taylor. Way to not give up on that play. Ran back. Look at this. Gets in front of him. Times this so well. Attacks the ball.
That's good. He times that to perfection.
Fantastic defense. Love that.
Lions with a chance now. Tie the game up. Maybe retake the lead with a three-pointer. We'll try to battle this down here. Try to break down the zone defense. Riders will try to stand strong. Ruban fades away, draws the contact. The foul is going to be against Carrington Love. That's his second personal.
Yeah, it's only his second. I thought he had a few more than that, but only 2 fouls for him, and he has got 11 points this evening. It's a lot of beverages and hot dogs and chips going by. It's making me hungry, Josh.
You just made me hungry thinking about it.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, this weekend, I was in the Southern France derby between Limoges and Elan Bernay.
Tell me.
And I was having dinner with his ex-teammate, Thomas Kislink, at Ehrenberg. I said, you know, what is it about Wojciech Ruban's that makes him such a great player? Is it the scoring? He says, no, it's just his will to compete. Every practice, every game, he just gives 110%. Again, throwing the lob there. Bit of it too much on that one. Menzies. I complained about a foul, but I think the pass is a little bit too much.
It's a good defense for Lions. They get the stop that they needed.
Well, Miani trying to push the tempo there. Taylor trying to get them organized, trying to get into a half-court set. Best looking to attack now. Goes up, and again, avoids the block. Can't capitalize. Whelan now had the three-point, but suffocated defense by Miani. This time Whelan's left wide open. Takes a three. It's up, no good. Again, you love how London just reacts and very jump to the ball at all costs. I mean, we're talking about one of the best defensive teams in the Eurocup for that matter.
Jordan Taylor just needs to shoot that. Decided to pass it to Decker.
Well, Decker, again, trying to go off the backboard. Good defense by Jackson. The team's just going for a bit of a barren spell now. Maybe just one big play will lift the spirits. Menzies looking for, but again, why not give the ball to Aaron Menzies? He's guarded by Aaron Best.
Yeah, absolutely missed that mismatch down low.
They turn it over. London with a chance. Miani, ladies and gentlemen, look out below. And again, just throws it down with ease.
And that's the good defense. And that's what London Lions really rely on. It is only a 2-point game. Good job by Jordan Taylor throwing that one out.
I was saying it's interesting now they're playing the 2-3 zone, a 4-out, 1 in. No high post action here. No high-low action either. And again, another turnover.
Love, you had the layup, Love. Please. Come on, darling. Wide open on your right-hand side. Don't pass that. You're one of the top scorers and well needed. And he's upset with himself.
You know, going back to how they attack the zone with the forehand, I'm just picturing how my dad would go against this. You put someone at the high post, someone at the low, and just play a simple high-low game. You free up shots on the perimeter.
Yeah, I would agree.
There's a fadeaway by Solowade.
I love his game. Nobody rushes him, gets into his shot, and just kind of smoothly shoots it. Lovely.
Well, Whelan tries another three in the corner. Again, no good. Miani gets called for the offensive foul there. Miani just needs to calm down, doesn't want to pick up another technical.
And Love took that risk because he is on 2 fouls, so he sacrificed his body and got in the way. And Luke Nelson just kind of has to help his team out. Let's have a look.
Well, it's coming together, no doubt. But again, I just kind of think Miani has possession of the ball already, though, you know.
But both teams need to adjust now. Like I said, 30 fouls were called in the first half. They need to adjust. The referees are calling fouls very, very quickly.
Four-point ball game. Lions regaining the lead. Can they run away with this one? Can Leicester peg back? Kimball McKenzie back in the game for the Riders. 1 second out. Carrington's got to go up. Floater in the lane, doesn't get it. They try to go for a follow-up, but Decker comes up with it. Foul is going to be called against Kimball McKenzie. Miani will go to the free throw line. That's so quick from the Lions, just how quickly they get the ball in transition.
Very quick. Sam Decker with a big rebound, and boom, out to the races yet again. And just putting pressure on Leicester to defend full court transition layup. And we got ourselves a game. London Lions just trying to, break it open, but Leicester staying around.
Well, they're going with Adekoya at the 5. I imagine Zach Jackson at the 4, maybe with Patrick Whelan, but they haven't really been able to. I mean, they've had some good looks with Patrick William. He hasn't been able to knock him down, but it's like what we talked about with Newcastle when they came here. You can't just be one shot, get back on defense. If you're not making those shots, you got to find other ways to score.
No, I totally agree with you. And we spoke about that, right? And just London Lions just having one-on-one. He misses both free throws. I like them when they move, make the defense have to play, make referees have to make calls, and not just the one-on-one game.
Will he get a handoff? McKenzie at the 1. Lions staying in the zone defense, trying to be principled, trying to be disciplined. 5 on the shot clock. Love down the middle, kicks out to Kimball. He'll try a 3. It's up, and again, 0 for 4 from the perimeter here in the second half. But that's a good shot.
Yeah, wonderful shot. Drives and kicks.
Riders need to stop it again. Iceman, GB General, drawing the foul against Zach Action Jackson. And that's his 3rd personal. I think Evan Walsh is going to come back in the game for the Riders.
Yeah, Walsh played really, really well in the first half. Really switched it up. Used the shot fake from the 3-point line. Drove and has 13 points in the first half. So this is the first time we're seeing him in the second half of basketball action.
It was interesting because he was a key player when he decided to come back from Florida to play for the Surrey Scorchers 2 years ago. Now, he didn't feature a lot for the Riders. Now, granted, they were the championship team last season. It's always hard to work in the mix. But, young kid doing his masters at Loughborough, really loving life up in Leicester. I think he could be a bright spark for Leicester in the seasons to come.
I don't think I know. Right now, he's showing his worth.
Adekoya down the middle. Had a wide open look. McKenzie, can he drop it? Yes, he can. Cuts it down to a 1-point ball game.
Good answer. Really nice offense by the Riders. They've gone back into that zone, 2-3 zone.
That's a confident shot there because when nothing was dropping, something out enough as Decker's left wide open. He'll take it. Front iron can't get it. And again, Evan Walsh is going to get the assist because for Ruban, that's an easy wide open layup.
Yeah, that's tough from him. He was working hard. Walsh down there and just tapped it.
Whelan trying to go baseline. Dish off Adekoya. The foul has been called by Keith Williams, so Adekoya will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Foul is with number 77, Wojtek Krupa. 4 personal foul. 13.
makes the first.
I mean, for me, he's one of the ultimate glue players here in the BBL.
Who's this?
Adekoya.
Adekoya,
You know, he just gives you, I mean, he's more than just a hustle player. He shoot from the perimeter, can post up. I mean, he is the ultimate intangible player that, reminds me of Lacey James when he played for the Surrey Scorchers back in 2021.
And also really smart there as he caught the ball driving down. He knew he had big players coming to block the shot and just passed it right out to the three-point line. And that's beautiful offense. Draw the defense in, suck them in, and then that's when you get your shooters open.
Decker looking to take on Adekoya. Kicks this one out to Taylor. Tries a wide open three. Rims in and out. McKenzie with a rebound. Riders can retake the lead now. Confidence brewing. Trying to patiently build up here. Want to get a wide open look, a high percentage shot. Now we're under 10 the shot clock. Walsh with the ball. As Adekoya tries to go in the post. Takes an acrobatic fadeaway. Doesn't get it. Lions can restore a bit of order.
Comes Deck up and one.
Well, that is just simply too easy by the double-decker.
I like that, the double-decker.
I can't take credit for that one because I saw that one on Twitter back in September. I don't know who made it, but I saw it somewhere on Twitter.
Love it. Well, we'll take the double-decker here in London town. That's exactly what we want to see. He's looking good and healthy. Lovely spin move. Takes the hit and makes his way to the free throw line for one.
Well, Decker obviously having to play limited minutes here tonight due to the fact he is favoring an ankle injury that, well, again, that's 5 missed free throws for the Lions. That's a bit of a blessing for the Riders. Love kicks out to Walsh. Riders potentially trailing by one possession. 10 here on the shot clock. Lions defense standing strong. Kenzie pulls up, can tie it up, doesn't get it. Riders can't secure the rebound. Lions leading by 3, can push the momentum. That's going to go out of bounds, and that will be possession back to the Pride here on the baseline. Well, now the Riders are definitely going small as Adekoya comes out.
Good minutes by Adekoya.
Well, Best looking for the post up here. Has to kick this one out now. Lions trying to get a wide open look. 3 is up by the General. Another
Good
offensive
hustle.
rebound.
Great job by Best there.
Well, he's just simply tough as nails, but again, well, maybe Solowade probably should have gone up with that one.
A bit too hard, but the right idea. Cutting Taylor to the rim.
Riders with another chance now. Bowman had the 3. Tries to go baseline. Walsh now splits the defense. Gets intercepted. Good defense.
Fantastic defense. Ooh, nearly a carry there.
Well, mismatch here. Best looking to isolate. Got it by Nelson Henry. Tries to go down the middle. Finds Nelson. Misses last 3. No problem with this one. GB General.
Yeah, and when he lines up like that, it's hard to guard. He hardly misses that. Lions slowly breaking this lead back open. Only 6-point lead last minute.
Carrington Love going in easily. Dissects the defense down. Straight to the bucket. That's a strong move by Carrington Love.
Yeah.
Well, takes a gamble on defenses now. And you can see, I mean, you can't take that gamble because it just frees up too much space for the GB General.
Exactly, and when he's wide open, nobody's even guarding him here, but they go back into this 1-2-2 zone, making it a little bit difficult for Leicester.
Well, McKenzie had the 3, goes to the mid-range. Back iron, doesn't get it. Walsh does enough there. Fresh 14 for the Riders. Blake Bowman will try a 3. That's not going to count because it's an offensive foul. And that's number 4 against Nelson Henry.
He's struggled this evening, hasn't he? 4 fouls, 2 points. They're going to have to go to the bench.
Wow, we are looking at a 5-court of guards here. You've got Evan Walsh, Kimball McKenzie, Blake Bowman, Carrington Love, and Jordan Whelan. I don't think I've ever seen a smaller 5 this season.
Yeah, that's tiny. But you know what? What makes up for small is speed.
Yep. Well, there's Best now, finds Decker, wide open, 3 is up, no good. McKenzie secures the rebounds.
And there you go.
Lions have 1 foul to give.
The Lions aren't that big either, to be honest. They've got Decker and they get the steal by Mo, but they're pretty small too.
So Best left wide open. Can it be a 9-point ball game? Damn, wasted opportunity, but the Riders should be able to get the last shot here in the third quarter. Trailing by 6.
Gonna trap. That's a foul. It's easy to call. They're not over the limit, so that's okay. They can afford that. But yeah, both teams gone small ball. Okay, Sam Decker's the tallest one, but you got Mo Salawade, Best, Taylor, and Nelson.
Last moments here. Trailer by 6. McKenzie with the ball in his hands. The former Niagara River Lion tries to split the defense, and that's a smart play by Kimball McKenzie. And he'll go to the charity stripe for 2 shots. Aaron Best has left the court. I'm not sure you can do that.
He's not happy with this one. Let's have a look.
I'm going to ask your thoughts.
I couldn't see from here. Either way.
That's a good answer. That's very impartial. I like that.
Thank you. But it puts the Riders on the free throw line and just chips away at the lead yet again. 2.9 seconds here.
Well, makes them both 2-possession game. Lions will try to muster something. They end up now. That's going to be baseline ball to the Riders, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be so. It's a phenomenal opportunity here for the Riders.
Not what you want. The last possession, a turnover, and you can see by Ryan Schmidt's stance, he's not very happy.
Well, Riders here, enough time to get a dribble, maybe 2 off. Got to get the ball inbound. Bowman fades away. Again, a silly foul by Jordan Taylor. That's going to be 2 free throws of Blake Bowman, and the Riders, again, really missing their identity here in the third quarter, but gifted with the chance to make this a 2-point game by the end of the third.
Well, they haven't given up, that's for sure. London Lions break open a little bit of a lead, and then Leicester come back fighting. And this is it. This is what the Riders are about. They're going to fight till the very, very end. And here they got this shot up. And that's really poor discipline, in my opinion, by the London Lions to foul that. Do not foul that. Now you're going to put him to the line. He does miss, so maybe it is a good foul, but in my opinion, no. You put him to the line and the clock's not running.
Well, the great Rasheed Wallace would say the ball don't lie, but let me tell you something. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Blake Bowman's father was my hero growing up, and he's got to make this free throw now. Makes the second one. 3-point ball game. And I think Aaron Best is just taking a shot there.
What? I just blinked and...
I'd have to see the replay of that one.
He got maybe hit where the sun doesn't shine and it hurts. So he's going to have to walk that one off.
Well, Aaron Best is a true professional. But again, not a player who usually shows a lot of dismay when, and that probably is what we thought it was. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the third quarter. Lions have retaken the lead, but only by 3. Leicester, never say die. They are battling, as you said, right to the end of this one. One more quarter to go here in the Classico.
You're right. They are working very, very hard. Their fans are right behind their bench, so cheering them on. But London Lions now need to answer. They can't afford any more turnovers. They need strong moves to the rim, finishing. They're in a little bit of foul trouble. Luke Nelson with 3 fouls. But yeah, it's time for them to step up.
We're going to show you some highlights here from the third quarter. Again, Carrington Love, in my mind, really was the driving factor for the Riders. Really kept them in this game.
Yeah, there, Love, they left him wide open, decided to pass and look for himself. Good idea.
Well, he has been phenomenal in the backcourt, really being a general on the floor, keeping things going. But again, the perimeter shooting from the Lions had some good looks, but maybe at times they've just frustrated themselves a little bit on the offense in my mind.
I would agree. Love with 13 points. But they're sticking around, and that's the thing which is dangerous for London Lions. When you let any team stick around, and we've seen it at Sheffield Sharks, you know, Newcastle, we've seen teams that just chip away and stay around and then manage to steal a win. Here, this fourth quarter is very, very important that they finish and get to the finish line with this win.
Well, Riders fans, it's been a tough season for them without any silverware, but there's one trophy that they could still win, and that is the playoff championship. Many Riders fans will remember the year 2001, Pernell Perry, Carl Brown, Malcolm Lee, coached by the great Billy Mims, at Wembley defeating the Sheffield Sharks. But tonight, a victory here for them could do wonders for their season.
Yeah, and I think that's a nice little shot. Jump up and down the crowd. I just need to give them a shout out. It was 4,456, I think, was the number. So a lovely atmosphere here as they jump up and down, and we're ready for the fourth quarter action here in the Copper Box.
Riders now going back to a man-to-man defense. Ruban trying to attack here. No help side. Goes up all the way. Missed the layup. Get out of jail card there for the Riders. Walsh looking to attack, draws a foul, and he'll go to the free throw line, and he has done a phenomenal job of getting to the charity stripe relentlessly here tonight.
I think that's a perfect word, phenomenal. I think he's really been the X factor here, pushing. Nobody picks him up early, gets tripped, and a foul, and he goes back to the free throw line where he is, I think he's 3 from 4.
Well, the foul was on Miani there. He picks up his 4th personal foul. One more and he will be out of the game. As Walsh misses the free throw. Again, you never want to look back on a game and think the outcome could have been different. Had you made all your free throws, you simply just have to step up and make them.
Stan corrected. He is, that will make him 7 from 8. So he's made his way to the line a fair few times this evening.
One possession game now. 2-point lead here to the Lions. Dual handoff offense. Trying to get the switches. Trying to get the mismatches. Nelson got it by Bowman. Kicks out to Miani.
6 seconds on the clock.
Bump it now. Fading away. Taking a tough one again. Drilling it. Tough move by Miani. And another foul's called. And this is going to be against Wojtek Ruban, I think.
Wojtek here just needs to be smart. We've spoken about the referees, how quick the trigger is from their whistle, and that's silly. He doesn't need to pick that up. That's his 4th foul, Josh.
Yeah, that's 2 players with 4 fouls now, Miani and Wojtek Ruban.
And Best and Zuptic, all in 4 foul troubles. That could be his 5th.
Well, Jackson now, again, a tough. Well, he had the move there, got him up in the air, but didn't make the contact. Lions can make this 6, maybe a 7-point ball game. Nelson not capitalizing. Riders with another chance.
I don't like that shot from Nelson. That's 1 on 3.
Wheeler kicks out. McKenzie wide open, takes it, doesn't get it. Well, you don't need to be any more wide open. He's got to make that one.
He needs that one.
Still early moments. Miani liking his post up here. Good hands by Zach Jackson. Well, the good thing for Leicester, they already have, Lions have 2 fouls. If Leicester can get in the penalty, that could definitely go in their favor if they get that before the 5-minute mark. But Taylor looking to bully his way here. Takes a tough fadeaway. It's up, no good. Ruban battling, getting the offensive rebound. 1 second out. Taylor forced it up, doesn't get it. And again, Lions securing the offensive board. And Miani missed a layup. Nothing dropping here.
Mini a steal.
Surely that's a foul. Walsh tries a 3, and again, it's just becoming disorganized basketball. I think maybe a few missed calls there, but Leicester have to regroup. Walsh trying to attack now, goes off the backboard. Nobody going in for an offensive rebound. And these two teams just need to steady out here, not need to rush anything. Try and get into a good set. Azani got it by Patrick Whelan. Going in for a tough fadeaway. Fadeaway's up, and again, beautiful move by Miani.
Really lovely. I told you, he just takes his sweet time as he just drops back like nothing happened. Beautiful move. You can see that the mismatch is on him, and London Lions is still in this 1-2-2 zone. And Boytan needs to be careful. He's on 4 fouls.
Well, Zach Jackson trying to force his way out. Again, a beautiful, again, he can't finish. It's a tough move. Riders need a score here. They need to build their confidence. At the moment, barren spell. Walsh making contact. Again, without a natural center here on the court. McKenzie goes in. Beautiful move. Just when they needed a spark, a little bit of inspiration. And I think Adekoya will come into the game for the Riders after this timeout.
Yeah, really nice move from McKenzie. Gets the crossover and finishes on the right-hand side. And I think both teams need this timeout. A little bit of fatigue just setting in, some tired bodies, and, you know, not finishing around the rims. Some easy shots just shows a little bit of fatigue in the legs.
Well, it's still a 2-possession game, and you're right. I mean, yeah, it's almost like Riders are just throwing their bodies at the Lions, trying to draw those 5th fouls on those players you mentioned. But at the same time, you got to come up with high percentage looks. You can't just, you know, throw up a prayer and hope something will come down.
Yeah, and also we've seen the referees call fouls real quick, and now they're not calling at all. So we do have a fair few players for London Lions in foul trouble, so they're trying to, you know, get them into that 5th foul at the Riders driving. But for me, I think the Riders are in a good position. Well, they're down, excuse me. 4 points. We've got ourselves a game. It's still a long time, just under 7 minutes to play. And London Lions are still going small ball with Luke Nelson, Mo Salawade. Who else they got in? Zupcic. Zupcic has 4 fouls, so he needs
3 players with 4 fouls. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to be careful. Oni and Taylor. So they've gone small. I kind of like it, but so have Leicester. Look, they've come out a bunch of guards, kind of different.
Well, that's a good matchup there because you got Adekoya with Tomislav Zupcic.
Yeah.
Leicester going to a man-to-man defense. It'd be interesting to see if the Lions stay in a zone, which I imagine they'll try and isolate Adekoya at the high post. .6:46 to go. Lions with a 2-possession lead. Trying to get the mismatch here. Miani guided by Zach Jackson. Under 10 now. Mia looking for that fadeaway. Turns around. This guy simply missed the 4th quarter.
Yep, in his bag, absolutely. He's unguardable, goes to exactly the same shot, that turnaround jump shot on the baseline. Oh, beautiful from him.
Jackson there at the high post. Miani at the low post. Trying to go for that high-low action. Jackson had the 3. Pulls off in the mid-range. Again, beautifully tucks it away. It's interesting. He has a very unorthodox form. It looks very flat, but again, it works for him.
Yeah, and London Lions go back to this mismatch here. He's asking for it, he's calling for it, goes round. Look, same shot. Not the same answer. Wants the foul.
Well, Miani looking for the foul still, but nothing being called. Riders can make this a 1-possession game. Jackson steps through, floater, doesn't get it, but nobody following up for a second chance.
Jackson used the backboard there. Just put it on. Anyway, here comes Thomas Isaac. Nice back pass. Right on the money, right on the plate. Thank you very much, Luke Nelson. London Lions needed that. They're up 6.
Adekoya left wide open. Whelan's got to make this 3. 3 is up. 3 is good. Big time 3-pointer by Jay Whelan. P. Whelan, excuse me.
Yes, Riders aren't going anywhere. 3-point lead for London Lions now. We have ourselves a game. Last 5 minutes here.
Well, good defense by Kimmel McKenzie. Zuber on the perimeter. Zuber pulls up in the mid-range. Puts up the mid-range and again rattles its way in. And Zuber, 3-16. Just tucks it away, making it a 5-point ball game.
Yeah, it's been disappointing. Zupcic has been in foul trouble because he's been unstoppable so far.
Well, good anticipation there by Miani, knowing that they want to get the ball reversal to, and I repeat, Patrick Whelan, his brother Jordan Whelan, the top scorer right now in the NBL with the Bradford Dragons. Well, you got to get the ball inbound and just avoid the 5-second violation. Adekoya trying to attack. Nobody going for the rebound and doesn't get it. And all it needed was maybe Jackson Love just to dip into the cookie jar. Miani going all the way. Somehow they called it, yeah. No foul.
Something on the floor.
Well, Ryan Schmidt is perplexed. Show me the replay of that one. That is unbelievable. Miani, I mean, explain to me the basketball physics of that one.
Takes 2 bumps and gets the ball on the rim here. Gets hit 1, 2, and shoots it out.
Wow.
But the referee there, his signal is all ball on the baseline. But I guess both teams now are playing for the foul. They're turning to the referee saying, call the foul, but you have to adjust. The referees have been calling quick fouls. Now they're not. They're letting them play as it's coming down to this last 5 minutes. So they've got to adjust. Stop talking to the referees, finish the play at the rim, or get back on defense.
I definitely feel right now the Riders, they're getting some good looks, but all it takes is one offensive rebound, one simple putback just to emotionally and mentally keep them in this game.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, but London Lions have managed to do it on both ends. They've done very well on the defensive end, and then Tomislav Zucic been in foul trouble, but has been solid with 13 points, has really done well today, finding the mismatch as London Lions are going small ball, and then Tomislav Zucic as their big man who can stretch the floor.
Again, Lions, with the amount of perimeter shooters they have on the court, Mo Solowade, Jordan Taylor, Aaron Bess, and Zuba, 1 3-pointer could probably crush this game away if they get a stop right here. Well, there is the 13th foul, and Miani has fouled out of the game. And jumps right over the advertisement board, straight to the bench.
He's fuming. He's not happy at all. Especially when he was playing oh so well. But like I said, you have to adjust. You have to adjust to the refereeing. And you are playing with fire when you're on your 4th foul.
Carrington Love now kicks out to Jackson. Back to Love. There's the 3. A little bit short. Again, it was a good look, but maybe a little bit too late on the challenge for the offensive rebound. Lions with a chance to maybe make this a double-digit lead. There's the backdoor. And again, comes off of Carrington Love, and that will be Riders' ball. The foul is going to be called against Zach Jackson. That's only the first team foul for the Riders here. Well, Riders need to dig deep. The good thing for them with 3:55, they do have 3 fouls to give. So there's plenty of time left. But they got to get stops. They don't want to use up all their fouls now. Save them for the last minute when you need to take gambles. Under 10 for the Lions. Zuba with a mismatch. Guarded by Whelan. Turns, fades away, doesn't get it. Patience is the key here for the Riders. Don't need to rush the team. Get something good. Get a wide open look.
Still staying in this zone. 2-3 now.
Adekoya look for a post up here. Good hands by GB General. Back out to Love. Love looking for a gap all the way. Goes in. Count it! And he'll go to the free throw line. That's a big time play.
Huge play by Love. Look at this replay. Drives here, takes a bump and a push in the back. Lovely finish at the rim. Well needed. The Riders aren't going anywhere. They're down 5, but they've got 1 free throw to come.
Well, if he makes this free throw, it will be officially a 2-possession game. That foul was on Zuba. That was his 4th personal foul. Oh no, you got 2 flashes. No, it was on Taylor, excuse me. So Taylor on 4, Bess on 4, Zuba on 4. I'd say this is Operation Hold On here for the Lions, I think.
Yeah, I'm holding my breath for sure. He misses the free throw, rushed it, and Zucic with the rebound.
5-point ball game. Lions need to be patient. Solowade will pump fakes. There's the foul. That's not bad for the Riders. It's only the 2nd team foul. They got 2 more to give. But they want to hold on to as if they're still trailing with 1 minute to go.
They've put the foul on the wrong one, that's right. They put it on Zuptic, but there we go. They've sorted that out.
No conspiracies out
nope,
there.
Nope.
I've seen a couple, and so there's another one. Wow. So Whelan's now picked up the 13th foul, so Riders only have one to give.
That was quick.
Well, the Riders have to be smart here. Lions just need to close this game out. Adekoya probably could have got the interception. Again, easy backdoor play for Jordan Taylor.
Really smart play by Zuptic. Saw Jordan Taylor with the defense on his back. Lovely little layup there.
Adekoya faking the pass here. Back to Carrington Love.
It's wide open.
Big possession here for the Riders. Under 3 minutes. McKenzie in the corner. Back out to Whelan. Pump fakes. Takes a three. Three is up. Three's in and out. Adekoya the offensive rebound. And the putback by the big man. Keeping Riders in this one.
London Lions needed that rebound. One tough shot. You've got to get that rebound. Good job. Riders keeping in this game.
Solowati getting the switch on defense. Zuba got it by Whelan. Here's the mismatch. Got to capitalize. Backdoor play. Turns it over. Now, Jackson's got numbers. Goes in. Euro step. Makes it. Now it's a three-point ball game. And Ryan Schmidt, he has seen enough with 2:12 to go. Still with the lead, but no need to push the panic button.
And this is smart here by Jordan Taylor. He couldn't get in the way. He is sitting on 4 fouls. Riders are going to just drive here. Look, he can't afford the foul. He needs to be in the game. Timeout. We're at 2 minutes and 12 seconds left of this game, and it's a 3-point game.
We're going to start with this section just here. We all know how a Mexican wave works, and we need it to around the building. So this section, even you guys up there, are you guys ready? On the count of 3, we're going to start the Lions.
Well, Ryan Schmidt needs to draw up something solid on both ends. As the London wave, it's not a Mexican wave when we're in London town, has just started. Wait, here it comes, Josh.
Oh, here it comes,
we're part of the wave. Woo! Yeah.
I like that one. That's good.
Yep. With London Lions, Ryan Schmidt just drawing up offense, but it's crunch time right now. It's the last 2 minutes, 12 seconds. London Lions up 3. It could go any way.
Love a little bit of a wave here at the Copper Box, don't we?
It is a lovely crowd here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching at home on the stream, make sure, if you're a Londoner, get down. There's only a few more games left of regular season. And then the final will be at the O2, May 14th.
Well, British Basel fans, Leicester Riders fans, fasten your seatbelts. The foul is called. That's the final foul. And Jackson needs to calm down. I think he's fouled out, I believe. He's out.
If we can see the replay there, he's upset. He thinks it's all ball. Let me have a look. This is a great cut here. Look.
He swiped across him. That's the thing. Wow. Wow. I can understand his frustration, but again, go back to the principle. Anytime you swipe across, it's tough for the officials. You have to make a choice.
And Best misses the free throw. So some people say the ball doesn't lie, but...
Well, Aaron Best doesn't miss many free throws.
No,
We're talking about one of the best shooters in international basketball. How many times this man's played for Canada? And I tell you right, second one, the ball doesn't lie.
Yeah, needed that.
4-point ball game.
That was a great play. They executed it down to the tee from Ryan Schmidt. Fantastic.
All the way, and the foul's been drawn. That's smart play by Carrington Love. He'll go to the free throw line. I love the way this guy breaks down the zone. He gets to the rack. I mean, he's a good three-point shooter, but at the moment, with no fear, with all the authority, just gets to the bucket.
And that puts Luke Nelson on 4 fouls. So we have Zuptic, Best, Taylor, Nelson, and Ruban. And only fouled out with 4 fouls. free throws are going to be crucial.
Well, now it's a 2-point ball game. 1:46 to go. Get the oxygen tank ready. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for this one. The Classico, the biggest rivalry today, arguably, here in the BBL. Best looking to attack now. Kicks out. Solowade all the way. Finds Zuba. Gets it. Can't get it. Riders come up with it. And now they have a chance to tie the game up. Maybe take the lead. Any fouls will send him to the free throw line. Carrington. Kimball. Tanner on the shot clock.
Defense rings out in the arena.
Love just dribbling into trouble, but again, that's going to be Riders' ball with 3 seconds left.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, Ryan Schmidt bringing back Wojtek Rubanin for Mo Solowade. Leicester make a 2, they can tie it up. They make a 3, they'll give themselves a 1-point lead. But only 3 seconds here on the shot clock. Lions going to a man-to-man. Adekoya, pump fakes, baseline's got to go up with it. What is he thinking? Now the Lions can possibly close this game out. 1 minute to go, 2-point lead to the Pride. No more fouls to give in for the Riders. There's the mismatch. Zuba gets a handoff for Ruban.
Go inside to Zubcic, he's asking for it.
Well, there's the, that's going to be a traveling violation. Well, we could possibly, and I mean possibly, go to overtime if they go for a 2, but we'll find out. What an ending we're having here tonight. I'll tell you what, I mean, this is what it's all down to. We're talking about 2 teams potentially we could see in the final, the playoff final. Respect to the Bristol Flyers, they've had a great season, but what an ending we are having here tonight.
Yeah, and for me, really, London Lions up 20 and just took their foot off the gas and let Leicester creep back in, get momentum, get confidence, start to hit shots. And really, you know, it should have been a win in the bag, but it became an incredible game, and it's kind of what I want to see, what the fans want to see. But on the London Lions side of things, they really should have put this game in the bag. But I feel like foul trouble has been an absolute killer in this game for both teams, but both teams have not you know, adjusted to the referees. They're calling fouls very, very quickly, any touch, and they're very quickly to call a technical foul. We've seen a fair few of those too.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough one, but you know, it's always tough when you have a big rivalry like this one, because this, you know, we're ending the season. If this was any other game, of course, you'd probably see the teams just go through their motions and prepare for the playoffs.
Right.
But this isn't any other game. Riders for many years have dominated the BBL along with the Eagles, but now the Lions, a new team, a new look, a new brand, trying to become not only the face of British basketball, but trying to become a competitor and a powerhouse in European basketball. Well, here we go now. Leicester don't advance the ball, so they get the whole 24 seconds. 15 difference between game and shot clock. Adekoya wide open for the lead, doesn't get it. Was that the shot they wanted to go for? Well, still by McKenzie. McKenzie hangs, no foul calls. Good defense. The Riders have to foul. Riders have to foul. And McKenzie saying he got knocked on the way.
We need some replays, please.
Have to see the replay of that one. Here we go.
Have a look.
It was a turnover. McKenzie with the great steal. Now, was there contact? That's very tough. I think it's good defense. My personal opinion. You may disagree with me on that one.
Yeah, I could honestly, I couldn't see, but he felt like he got hit. I need that different angle, but no call from the referees. And really, London Lions come out, and Luke misses the free throw. Sorry, I'm a little angry with that one. Free
Still
throws,
a chance here for the Riders.
Free
Still
throws
a
are
possibility.
important.
Riders aren't done. Makes this a three-point ball game. They'll have to go for a three-pointer. GB General, got to step up, got to make it. Misses it.
Misses it.
We're going to get another one. Oh, an early entry by Adekoya. But you know what? I think the referees have done a favor there, because that rebound was going to fall in the hands of Luke Nelson. So maybe that is a blessing in disguise.
Luke needs to hit this.
Wow, Riders with a chance here. Tie the game up. Win it, possibly. Carrington Love. This is what it's all about. Love.
He needs a 3.
Going all the way. Doesn't get it. Lions escape with the victory and a big-time win for London here at home against their rivals, the Leicester Riders. Well, the Leicester Riders, they battled, they played hard, they had a chance to tie it up, but in the end, Lions will finish the season, the regular season, 4-0 here against their rivals, and maybe, just maybe, we're looking at a potential matchup here for the BBL playoff final. Credit to the Leicester Riders, a fantastic franchise. They battled, they pushed London as London prepared for their big Euro Cup playoff matchup against home and 2 Badalona. But in the end, the pride holds strong. Many missed free throws, but a win is a win nonetheless. League champions secure the W here at home against a team that won the league last season. But what a victory, and what a game it was. And you got to feel for those Leicester Riders players. They have nothing to be ashamed of. They came here, they battled from 20 down, and they made it one hell of a game. Well, we're going to show you some of the highlights here from this game as Zania heads down to have a post-game interview with our MVP of the game. And that will be in a few minutes, but we will show you some highlights. And a big shout-out, thank you to the Leicester Riders fans for making the journey down here from the East Midlands. Again, a great fan base showing their support as they've done for many years. A team who back in 2001 won the playoff championship against the Sheffield Sharks and also won the double that year with the BBL trophy as well that season, coached by the great Billy Mims. Well, now we are courtside here with Azania and the game's MVP, the former NBA player and Nigerian international, Mie Oni. Let's go and hear from our MVP.
Okay, Scott, sorry. Tell me about adjusting to the referees. You fouled out, but you had 18 points.
I mean, you know, we just got to remember that sometimes they're not always going to be perfect, but we just got to play defense the way we do and continue to be consistent.
How did you manage to get a tough win here in the Copper Box and then play in front of a big crowd tonight?
You know, we got the best crowd in the league, so we always love playing here. So, you know, every time we can play for our fans, we always want to put on a show.
And how are you guys feeling going into Euro Cup?
We feel good. We got some things we want to clean up as a team, but we just go play our hardest and give it all we got.
Congratulations, Thank you, Josh.
Well, that was our MVP of the game, Mr. Mie Oni, the former Utah Jazz player and Nigerian international, played at the Tokyo Olympics. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you some highlights from this game, but what an atmosphere it was. A sold-out crowd here at the Copper Box here in Stratford, the East End of London. Again, there's quite a few more home games to come this season. But now we're going to show you some highlights from this game. Mie Oni finishing this game. I mean, his fadeaway jump shots, his mid-range, simply automatic. And that is why he was the game's MVP here tonight, taking the back-down game to Patrick Whelan, the GB International, one hell of a defender, as well as action Zach Jackson. What a game it was. Well, Mie Oni, what a game it was from that young man, Azania.
Yeah, and I think he's obviously disappointed here. He went to his bag. That turnaround jump shot is nothing but money for him. But he just said, you know, a little disappointed, but they got the win. Wow, they got it done. Boy, did they make it exciting for all of us here, including me and you and the crowd, because it was right down to the wire with that steal at that last minute. The Riders played very well, but London Lions managed to get the win. That was a good game. I'm out of breath. I ran up the stairs, but that was well won by the London Lions.
I tell you what, that was probably the best game that we've seen here at the Copper Box. I mean, these two teams, I mean, take it back to the playoff final last year where it was one possession and the Riders won it. You know, there are some good teams that are going to be competing for the playoff championship this year. The Bristol Flyers, not to mention as well, Sheffield Sharks turning their game up, especially this season. But I'll tell you what, I'd love to see these two teams again.
Yeah, and I think we spoke about that at the top of the broadcast, is how difficult it is to beat a team 4 times. Ryan Schmidt spoke about that. He had his team ready, and Coach Rob said he wanted to play defense, make some shots. And, you know, disappointing for the Riders, but they played very, very hard, very, very well. Love ran the way and did. They got some good buckets from this one. I thought was fantastic also. Great game, Josh. Lovely and exciting. And this is what we want from the BBL, right?
Well, Barstool fans, we thank you for joining us here at the Copper Box. Rob Paternostra, again, will be very proud with his players to know they battled to the end. We're live here at the Copper Box. More games to come. Make sure you get down. It was a sellout crowd here tonight. I'm Josh Bett. She's Queen Azania Stewart. But for now, it's good night.
Good night, guys.
You could just blend in. Never take a single risk. Let opportunities pass you by. Or you can show up. Show people what makes you powerful. What brings you peace. Let them really see you. Own it.